We are back and we're switching gears now, and we are going to be talking with Robert Kennedy, owner of Kennedy Fitness. Hi, Robert.
Hello.
Thanks for coming back. It's been a while since we've chatted on radio with you.
It has, and it was quick notice for today, but
It was. I just said, Robert, can you come in?
I tell you what, I am super excited because we love being here.
Well, we love having you here. I mean, you and your wife, you don't just provide private, personalized training. I mean, you're a wealth of information really to help keep families healthy. And so today we're talking about childhood nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was a great topic because there's so many kids, and not all children, and not that they're not being supervised, but I think there's a lot more freedom in the summer when kids are home. You know, maybe parents are working and they're feeding themselves, and it's just so important for kids to eat well.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
What do you have for us today?
Well, the big thing is that we need to try and steer clear, and this goes for adults too, but especially with kids, we want to try and steer away from all the heavily processed foods. Things that come in boxes and wrappers and things. They're convenient and they're usually pretty cheap, but the closer that something is to having come just out of the ground, okay, something that's actually going to rot on your shelf.
If
it sits there, that's going to be a whole lot healthier for everybody, especially kids, because kids, they're not just miniature adults, they're actually becoming adults, and there is so much stuff going on in their bodies as they're maturing and growing up. You'll wake up one morning and your kid will be at the breakfast table and he's sitting 2 inches higher than he did the day before.
It does happen. It does.
Yeah.
And we talk about that all the time at our house. It's true. They just overnight.
Yeah, and to be able to fuel their bodies to do that, we've got to have some really good quality nutrition.
And that just gets harder and harder, I think, for parents, because every time you go into the grocery store, there's new products. There's just new ways of now, Chinese food is now just in a nice little box.
Yeah.
On the shelf. So it's like, oh, okay, well, this is great. I don't even have to go to the Chinese restaurant or even, try to pick up all the fresh ingredients and make it at home. I mean, everything is packaged.
Yeah. And everything, according to the packages, is the perfect health food for you. Because we've got bright yellow splashes of big text letters saying how healthy it is, how there's no blah, blah, blah in it, and there's extra this and that. And you think, wow, this is great. But it's really not. It's very misleading. The only label that you should trust on a prepackaged food is actually going to be that fairly difficult to read fine print little label on the back stating the nutrition facts and what's in it. When you read labels, and if we're going to eat prepackaged foods, we really do need to read the labels. Something that we tell our clients is that if you go to read a label and there are words in the ingredient list that you can't pronounce, don't eat it.
Don't eat it. I've heard that before. Good advice. Yeah. My son and I just had this conversation last night. I mean, it was tuna, actually. We buy the packaged tuna, not even in the cans anymore. It's more like
in the little pouch.
Yeah, and you think it's really healthy, and maybe it is, and it's probably healthier than a lot of other things. But he was looking at he couldn't quite understand or read the expiration date because there were so many numbers. And then when he and I figured it out, it actually expires like March of 2013.
Yeah.
And he and I are like, are you kidding me? Really? It has 3 more years of shelf life on this tuna?
Yep.
Hard to believe. It's because, and I told him, he said, how can that be, Mom? I said, oh my goodness, I think because there's so many preservatives and they're trying to keep that tuna
exactly
edible. Scary.
Yeah. And it seems like every other day, if you turn on the news or you check online, there's going to be a new study saying that one of these preservatives may cause cancer or whatever it is. And bottom line, nobody's ever gotten sick eating fruits and vegetables. Sticking with actual lean meats and things like this that are, fresh off of the farm.
Do you have any tips for busy families? And I think that's what, the market is really taking advantage of the fact that we do live such busy lives, and kids are involved in activities and parents are involved, and, it's just easy, quick. How
Yes.
can a family who's really busy, do you have any, tips for just maybe planning your meals in advance perhaps and giving some thought to that before you go to the grocery store and impulse buy?
Yes, you actually just hit the two biggest tips
good.
right there.
I don't even have a cheat sheet today.
Planning ahead. It's everything because we are busy. So if you come home from a long day at work and everybody's saying, I'm hungry, what's for supper? And you don't have anything ready, it's going to be so much easier to just go with the ad on TV advertising the 10-minute delivery on whatever it is, or to throw something out of the freezer into the microwave. And again, we're back to the processed foods, full of all sorts of chemicals. If it's able to go in the freezer, it's probably going to be good for even longer than the tuna was.
Longer than 3 years.
So planning ahead, actually making the next day's meal instead of today's meal. Okay, invest in Pyrex, in Rubbermaid. Have everything ready to go. Already set up into proper portion sizes, and then you don't have to think about it. It's already quick because you made it when you had time before.
Very
so
good.
that's one of the big things. What was the other thing that you said?
Oh my goodness, what was the other thing I said? Okay, I said plan ahead and then impulse buying,
Impulse
I think, because
buying.
that is where we get ourselves in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
Never go to the grocery store hungry. I mean, I get myself
That's
in
exactly
so
what I
much
was gonna
trouble.
say.
Okay, say it, Robert.
Never go to the grocery store hungry. If you do, myself even, I will do the same thing. I'll be walking down the aisle. I'm thinking about how hungry I am. I see one of those bright labels about how yummy something is and how good it is for me. And I say, yeah, okay. And that's not good.
No, and it's never as yummy as you thought.
Yeah.
I mean, many times it's just kind of disappointing.
Especially lately, a lot of families are trying to pinch the pennies and make every dollar stretch. If you go into the grocery store hungry, you're going to spend more. I guarantee it. You're going to leave with more stuff in your cart because you're thinking with your stomach and not your head, and you're going to have a $150 bill instead of a $100 bill.
I agree. It unfortunately, it does happen a lot to us as well. Robert, you write some really great informative articles in Family Spectrum magazine, and we talk about that every day of where you can find that magazine. You guys are personal trainers. I mean, do you guys have a website or something if people do have questions on health and wellness and fitness?
We do. We actually just launched a brand new website. It is KennedyFitnessOmaha.com.
Great.
It is
And what type
brand
of
new.
brand new? What kind of information can you find on your website?
Well, we are still developing it, fleshing it out now. Basically, you'll find some really nice contact information to get a hold of us.
Well, that's good. That's important.
But from there, we can go into as much detail on any subject as anybody wants. First consultation's always completely free. So we're happy to help out, answer any questions that anyone has.
Which is great. And again, you work with, adults primarily. 16, 18
Right.
years and up.
Right. Our youngest client right now is 13. Our oldest is 77. So we cover a wide range.
You do, and you do it at Common Ground in Elkhorn.
Yes.
Or you can go into the home.
Exactly. If someone's not comfortable at the gym, we'll come to them. If they do want to be at the gym and they don't have a membership, we'll pay to get you in.
Wonderful. All right. Your website address is?
KennedyFitnessOmaha.com.
And a phone number?
871-7935.
Robert, thanks so much for coming in and sharing information
Thank you
about
very much.
eating healthy, eating well. I think you're going to have a really nice informative article on that exact topic in an upcoming issue of Family
We
Spectrum.
sure are.
So we appreciate it.
Okay,
Thanks
thank you.
so much. Thanks also to today's show sponsor, Exterior Designs Landscape and Grounds Maintenance. Owners Tom and Susan Fetters are committed to providing their clients with exceptional service that saves time, energy, and helps retain investment. To get more information from them or have Susan help you design your perfect outdoor retreat, give her a call at 453-4681. That's 453-4681. Join us here again tomorrow noon to 12:30 as we talk with Dr. Rick Thompson, who will be taking listener calls. So get ready to phone in your questions and win tickets to Adventureland or the Schlitterbahn. Until then, live, love, grow.